that meeting where he was planning to murder Museveni in cold blood. No, guys, because these people of the opposition are trying to hip up sentiment.
Hold it up.
Let me
Hip up sentiment.
the point. Besigye was in a meeting planning to kill Museveni in cold blood. Did he subject Museveni to due process?
Did he subject Museveni to due process? When has Museveni subjected his opponents to due process? As we speak, NUP officers have been ransacked, have been evaded. Many have been abducted, many have been tortured and killed. Is that due process?
Prison on Museveni's orders. You are now asking, Besigye is not there. We've said Museveni.
Okay, now, Andrew Mwenda is coming in. How is that related?
So how is it related?
It is related.
Yeah.
You see, the refusal to implement the Supreme Court decision is
Exactly.
not a decision of cabinet.
Exactly.
It is a decision.
It is a
Okay, this I want you to understand the context. Kyageza kugamba nti bino bikwatagana. Bwe bakwata ne balinyirira eddembe eryo.
how is that about abuse of authority?
Exactly. That's how it is related.
You're always involved in the petty arguments.
Petty? No, it is not petty.
It does not matter how
Exactly. Let us have a civilized debate. Semujju says you can only have a civilized debate when you are debating civilized people. These folks who abduct, torture, kill, disappear, steal, is that the civilization you're talking about?
You're watching Mordecai Marissa Political Commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
Very glad to be here on Mordecai Marissa TV.
And yes, indeed, ogamba otya okansubire nti oli bulungi nze Mordecai Marissa. Nkwebaza yonna gy'osinzira okubeera ng'ogoberera endowooza zange zengabana naawe ku mikutu gyange gimunaayiza wala social media platforms. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala. Genda mu maaso n'okubeera ng'ofollowinga, teekako endowooza. Bidde bw'ossaamu omulamwa, teekako ekigalo, ate era gabana n'emikwano gyo okulaga nti olina by'oyizeemu. I think with time I'll produce a video, an exclusive video that dives deeper into the descent of Andrew Mwenda into complete obsequious lackey of Mr. Museveni. We are going to be able to compare some of the articles that he wrote and what he's become. It is very, very heartbreaking that a man on whose shoulders we were able to be inspired, on whose works we were able to be motivated to pursue career journalism, that he ended up becoming a complete sellout. If Andrew Mwenda of the year 2000 up until 2000, I think around 10, met Andrew Mwenda of 2025, there would be a very, very huge fight. The former may not recognize the current. That diametrically opposed. Andrew Mwenda yafuuka tosobola kukikkiriza. Naye bwe buzibu obuli ku nsimbi and desperation and desire for power or being close to power. The moment you want to get a lot of money and get close to power, the first things that get kicked out of the window are principles, moral compass, and reason and logic. Because now you defend a position that puts food on your table. And this is not the proverbial food on the table. This is excessive food. Food you don't want or you don't need. So you start behaving as though reasonable things do not matter anymore. And this is what became of Andrew Mwenda. It is very heartbreaking. But that will be a video of another day. There was a conversation on NBS. Ngabogera kukwata kwa Dr. Kizza Besigye. Bagamba yaze emisango bichi kooti yayise ekiragiro ne bakiziimuula. Andrew Mwenda mu kwagala okudebatinga, okulemererwa okudebatinga actually nga debatinga Semujju yatandika kuwoggana. And you can see a man who doesn't really believe what he is trying to defend. But he does it, you can feel the pain. He does it because he's been bankrolled by the brutal regime to defend its position. Unbelievable, heartbreaking, doesn't really paint the real picture of what I'm trying to tell you. I mean, let's watch this together and let me know what you think. Here is Chris Baryomus. He was, I think, finishing his submission, and I think David Louis Lubongoya, or Secretary General NUP, Namwanukula, then Semujju najja.
Bed and sleep.
No,
When they
first
know
of all, that is also not true. Let me give information, and Lord Mayor will speak to it. They actually
He
drafted
was telling lies.
this decree a long time ago, and it stayed on the Attorney General's desk for such a long time, and he was not signing it. So that's one of the problems. But also, the Supreme Court, the wording of their order was very clear that there was a word immediately. And once a decision of the Supreme Court is given, or any other court, it starts operating immediately. You do not even need first extract this decree.
Crickets, no one is, objecting to that because they know he's speaking to the truth. Instead of now saying, this order wasn't put into play or manifested right away is because of ABC. They won't mention anything because it's indefensible. But they will, like I usually say, twisting themselves like pretzels to try to defend a wrong decision
And all this semantics
or position, to say.
And you see, this matter,
Okay, here comes Semujju.
when it came to Parliament, I asked the government people, because
Cool, calm, collected, reasonable.
the Attorney General told the Parliament that the court martial has stopped immediately. I asked him, so this court martial to hold the trials was moved by which decree?
Yeah.
Chris Williams, you look bad.
no, maybe to you.
To anyone sensible,
No.
it doesn't have to be limited
Who
to
told
me.
you you are sensible?
Eh? I said to anyone,
He can't believe that he's being told. These folks are usually surrounded by folks who heap praises on them. Kati bwafuna Semujju n'amugamba kyali afuukirawo defensive. Who told you you're sensible?
no,
You see the
sensible.
problem for you
You see,
you think you are sensible.
This
intelligent.
Chris
You
Williams
say what
here,
you want to say.
when he was at Ginger Road here arrested.
Can we deal with the Besigye?
No, I am answering.
Yes.
Of course, Mwangusha, I don't know, he's trying to give a context. Why are you stopping him from giving a context before he comes to his argument?
And I didn't want
It's
to
not
go
your
back
turn,
to,
by the way, to speak. What is your problem?
because it is very painful to him.
To who?
They were denied him even his basic things like his sandals, and they told him it is Museveni who has ordered so. That's why immediately after there, you went to see Museveni in Rwakitura.
So?
So you were in.
So what does that mean? Because you sold out. That's what it means. So because your rights were violated. And because your rights were violated, you didn't want to fix that. Do you know what you did? You went to someone who bankrolls these folks who abuse your rights. That's what he's trying to say. So.
Prison on Museveni's orders. You are now asking, Besigye is not there. We've said Museveni. So
Okay, now, Andrew Mwenda is coming in. How is that related?
So how is it
it
related?
is related.
Yeah,
You see, the refusal to implement the Supreme Court decision is not
Exactly.
a decision of cabinet.
Exactly.
It is a decision. It is a
okay, I want you to understand the context. Kyageza kugamba nti bino bikwatagana. Bwe bakwata ne balinyirira eddembe eryo. Bwe balinyirira eddembe eryo, wagenda lwaki twakusinkana Mwami Museveni? Kitegeeza ki? Nti kubanga eddembe eryo lyalinyirirwa, kubanga yali abagamba okulinyirira eddembe eryo yali Mwami Museveni, n'ogendayo okwetunda. Bino bikwatagana obutateeka kiragiro kya kkooti ensukkulumu mu nkola. Si kugamba baagana kukiteeka mu nkola. No, kubanga Mwami Museveni. Kati Mwenda agamba bikwatagana kubanga omanyi lwaki? Semujju abadde ayogera ng'oli ku ssimu gw'olowooza tebikwatagana.
The decision of the Supreme Court has not been implemented.
What has been implemented?
I don't know what you're asking.
What decision?
Kati amulaba ayagala amusirisa n'okumusirisa. Andrew Mwenda, these people, Andrew Mwenda talina kyali naye asirisa minisita. Sirika gwe. Let me play you this. Asirisa minisita.
Decision. It's not a decision of cabinet. It's not his decision.
Look at Andrew Mwenda.
It is a
Agala kumukola
The
bw'ati.
Supreme Court has not been implemented.
Laba.
What has been implemented?
I don't know what you're asking.
Remember, it was his turn to speak, Chris Baryomunsi, but he's being silenced by Andrew Mwenda. Era agenda kusirika. Kubanga mu government ya Mwami Museveni osobola okuba n'obuyinza newankubadde tolina kifo. Case study here. Kale bakandwa naho Salim Saleh.
What decision of the Supreme Court has not been
You see,
implemented?
once the Supreme Court said first annulled the sections of the APDF Act that established the General Court Martial, and the General Court Martial is no longer there. But that General Court Martial was done that had remanded the Besigye. So the remand warrant expired.
Exactly.
You don't have to be a lawyer. No.
So the marshal is there.
I think so. Besigye is considered.
And Andrew Mwenda, Semujju is addressing Baliomunsi, but now Mwenda is going to come to his defense because he knows he's good at a shouting competition.
This mob action needs to stop. I think that
Now there's a look at this crazy thing. Now there's a separate conversation between Chris Baliomunsi and Louis Lubongoya. And then you have the other three people talking, Andrew Mwenda, Semujju, and Mwangusha. And then you have Ofono Opondo silent. Crazy.
first of all, the opposition people.
What is he doing, this guy, Chris Baliomunsi? There's a conversation going on here. No one is paying attention to you. And this is not a private conversation. This is a public conversation. We are seeing what you're doing. What are you doing? Chris Baliomunsi.
Are trying to blackmail.
Louis, come on, Louis. No, this guy is trying to manipulate you. Don't allow him. He's trying to manipulate you. These are tactics. He's trying to befriend you. He's trying to be your friend on the show. You've already, pounded his head. He has no way of coming out of Joe Mukubide. Katali mukuzanyira kumutwe. Don't.
Government by whipping public sentiment on a serious legal matter. Guys, let us have one
I know, right? What's going on?
discussion.
Uzikiza ni Andrew Mwenda. Neya wambi buwambi.
The Supreme Court rules.
Exactly. I had not watched this. Who told you it is your turn?
The Supreme Court's judgment.
Opono. Are you guys here to debate really?
The Supreme Court's judgment was that the trial of civilians should not happen in the General Court Martial.
No,
It should happen.
Hold it. Nullification of the section that establishes the court martial.
Listen,
Hold it. We'll
the
pull
Supreme
down.
Court's
That was the
judgment.
decision.
We'll pull down
So
the
you can see he's
decision.
heckling. This is a
Yes,
problem that
yes,
we have with them.
allow one
You
person.
as authorized you to speak. You also have
He's the one who
See now, this is complete Museveni 2.0 gaslight you. Because I can guarantee you, you can just rewind it just a few seconds. There's no heckling there. Tewali kuwogana kati ye kyakola atandika okusibako ekintu kyali mu kweteekateeka okukola. This is tactical, typical of Andrew Mwenda. He's getting ready to start heckling, kati asooka n'akikuteekako kati n'amaana akakuusinga.
has authorized me.
Honorable Semujju.
Yes.
Yes. Let's be fair. You jumped in. You jumped in.
Charles, we know the kind of people we are dealing with.
Andrew, go ahead.
So here is the issue.
But he jumped in and Andrew Mwenda is jumping in as well.
The Supreme Court's judgment was very clear. It said civilians should not be tried in the court martial. The case should be transferred to the High Court. It did not say that the charges against Besigye are illegitimate or illegal. It's not in the judgment. Therefore, what has to happen now is to transfer the charge.
Political analyst. That, you see that the description, his title in the Chiron, political analyst, is not a political analyst. Museveni apologist.
Case to the court. It did not say Besigye should be released. It did not imply that Besigye should be released. But let me guys tell you, see for me, the opposition, as you can clearly see, and Besigye supporters, try to run from the substantive issues of this case and hide behind the emotions. One,
No. Okay, let's listen to his argument.
if Besigye is in bad health, as a result of what Dr. Mariamusi has said, him going on hunger strike, if Besigye is trying to commit suicide, it is his right to do so, in my view. He can take his own life. But he cannot use hunger strike to blackmail government to release him.
That's not actually the case. the argument of the opposition is not Besigye is having, has been on hunger strike for these days so that he can be released. No. Actually, he called off his hunger strike after the request, the order of the Supreme Court was put into place. He called off his hunger strike. Here, the argument is he's not in good health. He needs to have maximum health attention. That's it. Not releasing him. And besides that, you have to tell us what you're accusing him for. Well, it's only I think, was it today? Eno video njirikodi lubadde lwakutaano naye olwokutaano lwe basazeewo gamba gino gy'emisango gye tumuvunaana emabega tuba tubuuza yazza misango ki.
Is arrested in a meeting where he was planning to overthrow the government violently, in which case...
Now, who is this guy who's telling us that he was planning to overthrow the government violently? How?
Thousands of Ugandans would have died. 2.
But tens of thousands of Ugandans have died. How many died in the pursuit of Museveni coming to power? More than 500,000 people died.
In that same meeting, well, at least we all have the audios.
Oh, how do we know that the audios are actually substantive or they're true? Oh, we have the audios. How do you know this? He's a charlatan, he's a liar who is willing to tell you lies on live screen, on TV.
And these audios, I told you last time I was there.
Supplied by your boss, Moses.
Exactly. Where are these audios coming from? Especially in the age of artificial intelligence. I can give you voices of Mose Radio speaking or even singing. Of recent, we have even some sort of a dispute on social media. Was Azawi's song her own song or Mose Radio? Because the voice sounded similar. Tusa kujja ku TV n'otugamba tulina eddoboozi lye ng'ayogera kineno. How do we know? How do we prove? Especially, where is even this voice coming from? From Hozgina Lugaba?
Those audios, I sent them to a friend of mine at Microsoft and 2 other friends at Apple, and they told me 2 things.
I say, they have these heavy words they throw around to sort of manipulate you. I sent them to my friends at Microsoft and at Apple. Oh, okay. Who is your friend? When did you send them? Bring the proof. And why are you finding this time today to speak about this? If you really did it, you would have actually called a press conference and be like, hey guys, I would want to defend Dr. Kizza Besigye, but I've contacted Microsoft and Apple, and this is what they're saying. This is Dr. Kizza Besigye. But then again, you receive these audios as who? Who are you to receive these audios? Who is giving them to you?
Who and
Thank you.
As any person.
He cannot answer. You receive these audios as who? Listen.
Those audios, I sent them to a friend of mine at Microsoft and 2 other friends
There.
at Apple, and they told me
You receive them.
as who?
well as any person.
It's where you have a
He didn't see that coming. Who gave you these audios you claim to be Dr. Kizza Besigye planning to overthrow the government or to kill Museveni? Now here's the deal. He's going to be overwhelmed by emotions of anger because now he's being questioned. You're not who you think you are. Now, because he comes to this show with some sort of braggadocio, sort of a special narcissistic tendency of I am special, I'm better than you, I have exclusive stuff, I'm connected to power. But then when you question under law, you receive these audios as who? Who are you to the security apparatus of our country? Now he realizes that you've caught him, you've cornered him. He resorts to violence, heckling. But again, he accuses it of another person.
Is the trick. He ran away
persecuting Besigye.
But
Yeah.
can you stop interrupting so that we can...
No. Answer the questions. See, because you cannot answer the question now, you call it interruption. Remember, you came to submit as a result of interrupting. So why are you saying, oh, can you stop interrupting? But you came, you're submitting, you're bringing out your submission as a result of interrupting. Keto calling pot black.
am just shocked that you say I have the audio.
Semujju.
If Mwenda has the audio
like
as
this,
Honorable Semujju, please hold
can't
it.
you first
You
listen
have
to
the time to
others
speak.
so that you can have a
Let's
civilized
have one
debate?
person speak at a time.
Civilized debate. If you cannot answer, tegera abantu baneno. Every time they cannot answer questions, they resort to name calling. Oh, you're uncivilized. Oh, you're heckling. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Answer the question. You receive these audios as who? And where did you get them from? Who were these folks at Microsoft and Apple that you send these audios to that were able to tell you that actually that is Dr. Kizza Besigye? And whom did you tell? When did you call a press conference? Why are you telling us now? How do we prove that you're not telling us lies? Because I can as well say, I have friends in Amazon or Apple, and they've told me that this show was actually recorded. It wasn't live until I have to prove it. But you want us to take your funny statements you're just making out of the blue?
Let us have a publicity. It does not matter how I got them.
So Mwenda, it does.
It does not matter how I got them.
Did you listen to that?
Let's have one person speak at a time.
Let us have a publicity. It does not matter how I
Exactly. Let us have a civilized debate. Semujju says you can only have a civilized debate when you are debating civilized people. These folks who abduct, torture, kill, disappear, steal, is that the civilization you're talking about? Muhoozi Kainerugaba ordered the abduction and torturing of Kakwenza Ruchirabashisha. You've seen things he posts on his social media platform. He's a brother. Jesus Christ is a Munyankore, his tribe. Oh, all women who are beautiful, all women are his. Is this a civilized mind? Oh, he's going to kill Bobby Wine. Oh, he abuses Bobby Wine. Says he's going to hang Kizza Besigye, kill him by hanging. Is this civilization? What kind of civilization you're referring to? But they always have these talking points that they throw around that if you're not able to listen attentively, you might think they have actually an argument. But the so-called civilized elite, Andrew Mwenda, is defending the position of Muhoozi Kainerugaba of becoming even president of Uganda. Uncivilized as they come. But he's the one who wants to tell us about civilization.
got them.
So Mwenda, it does.
It does not matter how I got them. Who told
Oh,
you?
it doesn't matter how I got these audios. No, it really does. Who are you? Because then we are able to have this conversation into context. How do we know that actually this is true? Who gave you these audios? You can say, it doesn't matter how I got these audios. Yes, it does.
Could you kindly respect the show?
But
Allow-
Semujju, can you stop disrupting?
No. Because you cannot answer questions. It's not allowing you to get away with your lies. This is getting away with murder, and it's not allowing you to have it. Okay? So now you're, but Semujju, can you do this?
A chance to speak.
Hold your time.
No, I am just asking.
But you didn't have a chance to speak. The chance was Baryomusi's. You interrupted. But now you think that this is your chance. Come on.
Legitimate question. So you're
Yeah, absolutely. It's a legitimate question. Answer it. How did you get these audios? And who did you... Come on.
videos as
Honorable Semujju, please allow members to
So you
contribute.
can clearly
You have
see.
your time to speak.
It does not matter. You see, this is the issue. I
And
told them.
conclude your thought.
You see, in the case, the abuse,
in the case,
the abuse of the state
But Charles,
authority
can't you
Mwenda.
control this
One
person?
day you are in a government chopper, you are in a military uniform,
Mm-hmm.
you're picking children from the street that they are putting on the blade, and you don't see any problem with that.
Thank you. Thank you is not even enough to express my gratitude for Semujju. Because Andrew Mwenda is talking about civilization. Right now, they're picking folks who don military wear or who wear these kind of berets and overalls and stuff like that. They say, oh, that's military wear. Even when you don't actually see that stated anywhere in the Constitution. But we've seen several times this guy dressed the same way. At one time, he had a beret of people power. He wasn't picked. At one time, he was seen in real UPDF, Uganda People's Defense Forces uniform. He wasn't picked. He wasn't abducted. He wasn't tortured. But now he's the one who wants to come out and lecture us about civilization. First, go and preach that civilization to a man who bankrolls, who sends people to abduct others, especially folks who have not committed any crime.
Semujju, I am going to ask that.
Okay, so Besigye was planning to murder Museveni.
Okay, now. Because he's failed on that initial conversation, initial debate over how did you get these audios and who are you? He's failed in the conversation of trying to gaslight him into thinking that he's not civilized. Now he wants to sort of, I'm breaking news. You don't know this. Let me tell you this. Besigye was planning to murder Museveni.
Any problem with that?
Listen.
And then you want to civilize the debate.
Semujju, I am going to ask
Listen.
that.
Okay, so Besigye was planning to murder Museveni.
Oh, so Besigye was planning to murder Museveni. Oh. Good luck.
So why are you going to murder in a government? Let me ask you this.
Oh, Semujju, who are you going to murder in a government chopper?
Is Museveni
Honorable Semujju, please hold
was
it.
Besigye in that meeting where he was planning to murder Museveni in cold blood?
let me
Look, guys,
some
because
questions to
these
you.
people of the opposition
Okay. Now he's going to get into fighting, heckling and shouting. Oh, because these people of opposition, no. You've lost a debate and now you're resorting to ad hominem attacks.
sentiment.
Hold it up.
Let me make the point.
Okay, now he's starting to go all wild. Let me make this. You've lost a debate, Andrew Mwenda. Easy.
Besigye was in a meeting planning to kill Museveni in cold blood.
Look at his face. He has no proof whatsoever. Besigye was in a meeting to kill Museveni in cold blood.
Did he subject Museveni to due process?
Did he subject? Look at his face. I mean, shame doesn't even begin to describe this young man. I don't want to call him a young man. I think he's old enough to be my dad. This guy, Muhoozi Kainerugaba, orders the abduction, the torture, the killing, and breaking of all rules and procedures, all the laws. But he's talking about subjecting someone in procedure. What did he say? How did he call it?
In that meeting where he was planning to murder Museveni in cold blood.
let me
Guys,
some
because
questions
these
to you.
people of the opposition are trying to whip up sentiment.
Hold it up.
Let me
Hip-hop sentiment.
make the point. Besigye was in a meeting planning to kill Museveni in cold blood. Did he subject Museveni to due process? In
Did
fact,
he subject Museveni to due process? When has Museveni subjected his opponents to due process? As we speak, NUP officers have been ransacked, have been evaded. Many have been abducted, many have been tortured and killed. Is that due process?
I think Museveni is a very humane person. Why?
Oh! Museveni is a very humane person. Why? Oh, Museveni is a very humane person. Oh, Museveni is a very humane person.
Because Museveni could have kidnapped or abducted him from Nairobi, killed him from there, and would never
But how many people has he killed? It's as if you're talking about an angel who has never committed murder.
been seen. If it was me trying to kill me, I have no. And without following due process, why should I follow?
Labemisuwa. Look. Why? If you have the case, if you have the argument, don't shout. Toina kweka kamisuwa jineno juna nejivayo. Because you're telling blatant lies. And someone has sent you here to tell these lies. But even if they were truth, how do you find out? Oh.
Yes, we can. So you want your man to kill Museveni.
I think I would admire to be in a situation where I am Ofono Opondo. He doesn't really care. Fight.
You have been abusing authority.
Exactly.
You are in a chopper. You are in military uniform. So,
how is that related to Besigye's case? You are breaking the law. You are breaking the law. And we didn't see the due process you're talking about. That when you commit a crime, This is what happens to you. You broke the law. How were you treated? And why do you think you're special? That's how it is related. Let's take what you say on face value. Let's say Besigye was planning to do whatsoever. Is that how you treat him? Are you following the law? Are you supposed to abduct someone from a foreign land? That's how it is related. Don't play. Gosh.
How is that
abuse of authority?
Exactly. That's how it is related.
You're always involved in the petty arguments.
Petty? No, it is not petty. You think it is petty because you were involved in breaking the law. It doesn't become petty because you were involved. Why does it become serious when other people commit almost the same crimes? For example, your man, Muhoozi Kainerugaba, is sending his folks, his thugs, to arrest people who put on this beret, the same beret you wore at one time. He didn't send any person to arrest you. How is that even petty? When you call it petty. Everyone saw you. There's document, there's video of you in this beret. Muhoozi never sent any person to arrest you, to torture you, to kill you. But how many Ugandans have been tortured, killed, abducted, disappeared as a result of just donning this beret? That's how it is related. It is not petty. Okunyoma abantu kuno.
Like you are attacking him, but he was arrested. Mwenda, you were kidnapped. That's all that you do.
No! It's all we do is because it's all we've gone through, it's what we've seen. These people have been abducted, killed and tortured and killed in cold blood are our people, our brothers, our sisters, our friends. So we go back to that is because it has happened to us and it has not happened to you, yet you've committed the same crime. Your lack of intellectual quality. Come on, you defend Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Show me the intellectual ability of Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Show it to me. You want Muhoozi Kainerugaba to become president of Uganda? Open his Twitter and show me where his intellect is manifested. Show it to me. Show me your intellect in defending what has been done in Congo and things you've been involved into. Show me the intellect when I am arrested, killed and tortured because I'm wearing this I'm putting on this beret, but you do the same and you're not abducted, tortured or killed. Show me the intellect of our security forces. No, you're not playing these games. We won't allow you to. It is your problem. No, we won't go back to school. You need to go back to school and learn how the law works. We are not living in a country where it should be laws for thee and not for me. It is you that is supposed to go back to school, Andrew Mwenda. Go back to school and remember, and please open the few pages. Understand that the way you are treated in Uganda is the same way I should be treated. Why is the law selective? You commit the same crime. There's nothing that happens to you. I commit that crime and I am killed or tortured or disappeared. And you're telling Semujju to go back and to school and learn? Buchabaga wepanka ogudde ku Semujju. No, you are sounding stupid and I can show you how you sound stupid, my brother. This is not an insult. What Semujju is trying to say is you accuse so-and-so of committing this crime and you don't care about the due process. Okay? They are killed, they are murdered, they are tortured, they are disappeared. But it doesn't happen to your people or yourself when you commit the same crime. You accuse of the other person that you didn't take through the due process. That is it. Defending that is being stupid.
You have come and turned this debate into a shouting match.
No, that is gaslighting. You won't do it. It's not allowing you to get away with all your lies and manipulation you usually do. And that pomposity of thinking that you're smarter than everyone in the room. No. You're actually shouting. We can play, we can rewind. It's you that starts to raise your voice as though no one is in the room.
ahead. Okay, and I'm very good at it. So I am going
Yeah, you are good at it because you know that. That's how you manipulate people.
Your man Besigye was plotting to murder Museveni.
There's no proof. Come on. Where'd you get all this? I can say you are planning to kill Museveni until I have to prove it.
Was he using due process in that process?
Was he using due process? Where'd you get all these lies? Aren't you afraid? Don't you get ashamed of lying?
Was he subjecting Museveni to a court when he discusses that he wants to shoot down his
Andrew, can I
Museveni is a human being. Museveni has if I were
Museveni is a human being. Museveni is a human being just like Rita Nabukenya. Okay? Museveni is a human being just like Frank Senteza. Museveni is a human being just like Akwenza Luchirabashija. Museveni is a human being just like Stella Nyanzi. Museveni is a human being just like Council Aaron Kizza. Museveni is a human being just like the rest of other political prisoners whose crime was supporting Bobby Wine. Why do you think Museveni's life is more important than the rest of other people's lives that are still languishing in prisons, in torture chambers? Yet they've not committed any offense. Shut up, Andrew Mwenda.
Museveni's shoes, I would not even have that man alive because he does not believe in due process.
Now listen to this. And this is why we believe that you are the one who advises Muhoozi. That if you were in Museveni's shoes, you wouldn't have Besigye alive. I mean, is this, I don't know what you're even trying to say. That if you were in Museveni's shoes, you'd kill Besigye? So now we understand that actually you endorse all these tweets that have been made by Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Oh my God.
There is a process of removing the government. He does not respect it.
Like the process Museveni followed? Museveni followed the same process to remove the government? He killed people. Over 500,000 people died in the Ruwero War. That was Museveni following the process of removing the government.
Which process? Why Museveni to remove the government?
Thank you.
Which process? It doesn't matter.
Shut up. It doesn't matter. I can kill you. As long as I win, it doesn't matter. If you win me all, then it's a fair game.
Treason is only treason when we don't succeed. Should you was removing the government? Besigye did not succeed.
Oh, treason is only treason if you don't succeed. If you succeed, oh, now listen to the intellectual mind of Andrew Mwenda. Oh my God.
Besigye did not succeed. Therefore, he's subject to the law, which has violated. Museveni's madness is that he succeeded. Besigye has failed. Yes.
Now listen to this man's argument. Listen to this man's argument that, oh, Museveni did not commit treason because he succeeded at committing treason. And so he shouldn't be charged with anything. But Besigye was trying to commit treason and he should be killed. Oh my God. And there's no proof that Besigye was committing actually treason. These are all just opinions from this guy.
To give this man whatever trying to run roughshod of everybody.
No, hold it.
Why are you and Besigye not discussing the substantive case of what Besigye was plotting?
Because it has taken you forever to even come up, with those trumped-up charges. We were asking you all along, what crime did he commit? We don't just come out of the blue and be like, okay, we are going to accuse him for this. How long has it taken you to actually come up with treason?
Why are you saying, how did you get this evidence? Does it matter?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Because a person who gave you evidence matters. The source, your source matters. If it is coming from folks like Muhoozi Kainerugaba, whose intention is to consolidate power, to rule people with an iron fist, I'm not going to listen to that.
Assuming I killed somebody and you stole the evidence or you bought it.
But you just said that it doesn't matter. You said that Museveni became president out of committing treason. It shouldn't matter. So why do you even care about whether it matters or not?
Does it matter how you got the evidence? The evidence is that the man was involved in a meeting to unleash violence in this country and kill the president of the country. He was practicing cold-blooded murder.
Can we put some questions to you?
Cold-blooded murder!
Besigye can claim that somehow his rights have been violated when he was planning to violate the rights of others.
Thank you. You've made your argument. Andrew, can we put some questions to you?
Yes.
Under the presumption of innocence,
I love Semujju. Cool, calm, collected.
the arguments you've just made, are supposed to be proved in a court of
All his lips full of saliva, he's cleaning them with his hands.
law.
Yes.
That process hasn't happened yet.
It is under
So you're making you are making conclusions.
That process.
Hold a moment. You're making conclusions on a matter that is before court,
Exactly.
accusing Besigye of the many things you're accusing him of without proof.
Exactly.
I have proof of
I have proof. My name is Andrew Mwenda. I am so special. I have proof. Nobody has proof. I am the only one who.
of audios of Besigye plotting murder.
No, you're not a court of law.
Exactly.
But okay,
That's why we are
why are there prisons and why is there remand?
Okay. You're the prison and you're the one who reminds people.
Listen.
Why is there? I want to ask you a question and you answer it.
Yes.
Every time somebody commits murder, they are remanded in court. I mean, they are remanded by court and they are taken to jail.
And right now there's no.
Does that mean that the presumption of innocence is taken away? But for me, even that is irrelevant.
You remember he doesn't like heckling. He doesn't like, shouting on top of his voice and, dominating these conversations through form of emotions instead of reason. Look at what he's doing. A sight to behold, but he doesn't know. Take a look in the mirror, Andrew Mwenda, every time you talk about heckling.
Because these people are being political. For me, the question is, when Besigye was brought in to kill Museveni, what due process was he getting?
Can I correct you? When Besigye was
Answer me.
allegedly
You think Museveni is not a human?
No, I think Museveni is not a human being. The question is, does Museveni think that other people are human beings? Because he's killed many. Does he care about those people he's killed?
allegedly
Oh, it doesn't matter because, he's not been killed. Survival for the fittest. If I kill you, good. If you kill me, bad.
plotting to kill Museveni.
I
When
cannot say
someone
allegedly.
is suspected
I
of having committed
have
murder,
a confirmation of Besigye's voice. I am not. The court can follow its own process. I'm not here to argue as a judge. I'm here to argue as a person who got evidence of Besigye's voice in a meeting planning to kill Museveni in cold blood. You cannot say that's a very simple
let me
thing.
let me ask
And
you
let me tell you just one second. I think Museveni, Yoweri, trust me, I will be killed in defense of you on this issue. I think you're a very nice human man.
Okay, it's like, Museveni, see me, please, guys. I need like 5 billion. I'm going to make this statement. See me. He even looked in the camera. I want you to look at this. He even looked in the camera because he knows this clip is going to be played to or for Museveni. Look. Museveni, see me.
let me ask
And
you
let me tell you just one second. I think Museveni,
See.
Yoweri, trust me, I will be killed in defense of you on this issue.
You'll be killed in defense of other issues as well. Defending Mohozi Kainerugaba because of money and positions and power. There's nothing. This is complete hogwash. Air. Like nothing. It doesn't matter whether you do these funny signs. Museveni, trust me. It doesn't matter whether you back some. It doesn't really. It doesn't. Whether you say Museveni, Tata, whatever, it doesn't matter. We know what you're after. It's money and positions of power. Nothing else. You're not principled.
I think you're a very nice human man.
Okay, I think you have, because he knows now he needs flattering. People need to flatter him because he knows the crimes is committed, the sins is, committed or is done, they're coming back to haunt him. So he needs to be flattered by folks like Andrew Mwenda. I think you're a very nice man. You've killed people, but I think you're a very nice man.
Because a man who was planning to kill you, you abduct him from Nairobi
You abducted him.
and bring him before competent courts. What would Idi Amin have done? Or any other person for that matter? Did the Americans take Bin Laden to a court of law? Besigye was planning terrorism. So he shouldn't have been killed in that meeting. So for him to begin playing this stance of not eating in a prison, and coming and making noise and defending a cold-blooded murderer, a person who was planning cold-blooded murder, I find it very demeaning and disgusting.
Okay, let me tell you what I find very demeaning, and I'll actually end here. What I find very demeaning and disgusting is right here. One, Andrew Mwenda, your defense for Museveni. He superintended over a country that kills, abducts, tortures innocent people. Defending that is disgusting. It is stupid. What I find very disgusting is you not having a moral compass. It's you not having, not being able to defend your positions. It's you that has wavered. It's you that used to inspire us. You've stood against every position that you stood for. I find that disgusting. It's you that defends Muhoozi Kainerugaba, that comes out and says the most ridiculous things, that puts our country on a brink of a crisis, a diplomatic crisis, and you continue to defend him. That is very disgusting. It is you that knows that Museveni has abducted people and tortured them, but you say you are a very human being. That is very disgusting. And for that, I'll leave it there. You're not going to manipulate me. You won't gaslight me. You won't scapegoat any person. Museveni is a tyrant, a brute, a murderer, a dictator. And that won't change. It doesn't matter how much propaganda you spread, how much you raise your voice, and how much you gaslight people by your pseudo-intellectualism. It won't.
Did you enjoy what you just watched? I'm going to guess that you did. How about you consider subscribing to Mordecai Marissa YouTube channel? Thank you.